Fabio Quartararo just said he will always be grateful to Yamaha, and almost nobody noticed that the same sentence doubled as the most detailed takedown of a Yamaha bike he has ever given. The clip going around is the warm one. The loyal champion, the classy exit, the man who would not burn the house down on his way out. But in that same week, in the same flat voice, Quartararo named every weakness of the machine Yamaha built around him: the grip, the turning, the top speed, the acceleration, the aero. Then he confirmed none of it gets fixed this year. So is this gratitude? Or is it the most polite execution the paddock has seen in years? Here is why this matters more than one frustrated interview. Quartararo is the last world champion Yamaha has. He is the only rider who dragged that project to a title in the era of Ducati dominance. The one name that still gave the garage credibility. When a manufacturer loses a midfield rider, it is a line on a results sheet. When it loses its only champion, and he leaves while calmly itemizing why the bike does not work, that is a verdict on the entire direction of the company, and the timing is brutal. Yamaha switched to a V4 specifically to catch Ducati, abandoning the inline-4 engine that had carried the M1 for 2 decades. Yamaha's lead factory rider, on the V4 since its very first test, is now telling you it did not work. Start with what Quartararo actually said, because the gratitude is real, and that is exactly what makes it land so hard. "I will always be grateful to Yamaha for what we have done," he said. No bitterness, no threat. A champion thanking the team that made him a champion. If he had stopped there, this would be a clean goodbye and nothing more. He did not stop there. In the next breath, he admitted the relationship has frayed. "The last 2 years were not the greatest that we spent together," he said, before adding that 6 months will not change the relationship. He framed that as reassurance. But sit with what he just conceded inside it. A champion, in public, admitting the last 2 years with his factory soured. That is the first crack in the warm version, because you do not reassure people about a bond that still feels fine. Now, we get to the part that should end the warm interpretation for good. Quartararo was asked about the new V4, the bike that was supposed to be Yamaha's answer to Ducati. His response was not anger, it was something colder. "I'm not happy about how we improved our bike," he said. "It's the same bike as September 2025. Stop on that date. September 2025 is when Quartararo first threw a leg over the V4 prototype. He is telling you the bike he is racing right now, in the middle of this season, is the same machine he tested before this season even began. Months of development. Same bike." Then came the list. Asked what the bike lacks, Quartararo could not stop at one. "There are many," he said, "but if I need to choose one, of course, it's the grip. And then we have the turning, the top speed, acceleration, aerodynamics." Listen to what is missing from that answer. Nothing. He did not name a weakness. He named the entire motorcycle. Grip is how it holds the corner. Turning is how it changes direction. Top speed and acceleration are the engine. Aero is everything Ducati built its empire on, the area Yamaha has been chasing the longest. When a rider lists all of it, he is not describing a bike that needs a tweak. He is describing a bike that needs to be thrown away. And here is the part almost everyone scrolled past. Quartararo was asked if Yamaha would react, if a fix was coming. His answer: "I don't think we will see any reaction for this year. No reaction. Not a late fix. Not a delayed upgrade. Nothing." And the reason underneath that is the quiet bombshell of this whole story. Yamaha is not pouring its energy into saving the bike Quartararo is racing now. It is building an 850cc machine for the 2027 regulations instead. So the V4 he just dissected is already a dead project, abandoned mid-life and barely a season old, while the factory looks past it to the next rulebook. Quartararo is not waiting for help that arrives late. He is racing a bike nobody upstairs is fighting for anymore, and he knows it. There is one more line that tells you how deep this runs. "We started a bit late with the V4, Quartararo admitted. Late at the start, frozen in the middle. No reaction promised for the end. That is the full arc of the project in his own words, and not one part of it is hopeful. This is a champion narrating the failure of a bike from the first day to the last, calmly, while thanking the people who built it. So let's say the thing the warm clip is built to hide. This was never a loyal goodbye. People thought Quartararo was thanking Yamaha. He was actually delivering the politest indictment a rider has handed a manufacturer in years. The gratitude is not the opposite of the criticism. The gratitude is the delivery system for it. By staying calm, by refusing to attack, he made every technical sentence sound like plain fact instead of a grievance. And facts are far harder to argue with than anger. But you do not have to take that on faith, because the proof is in where he is going. Quartararo is understood to have agreed a deal with Honda for 2027, lined up before this season even started. His Yamaha seat is set to go to Jorge Martin, a champion of this era walking in to take over the exact project Quartararo just called unfixable. Think about what that sequence means. Quartararo did not wait to see if the V4 would come good. He committed his future to a rival factory, then spent this season explaining in detail why he stopped believing. A rider who thinks the bike is one upgrade away does not sign somewhere else first and itemize the failures second. And look at where he chose to land. Honda has been deep in its own rebuild, nowhere near the front, so this is not a leap to an obvious rocket. It is a bet on 2027 itself, the year the rules reset to a smaller engine and stripped back aero, the year every current bike gets thrown out anyway. Quartararo would rather start that reset with Honda behind him than wait on a Yamaha that already stopped developing the bike he has now. So what is the real story here? Quartararo's gratitude is genuine, and that is precisely why it is so damning. He is not lying when he thanks Yamaha. He is thanking them for 2021, for the title, for the years when the M1 was the best handling bike on the grid, the one chassis the whole paddock envied. But genuine gratitude for the past is not the same as belief in the future. And Quartararo just drew that line in public for everyone to see. He thanked them for what Yamaha was. He refused to pretend about what it has become. A bike frozen since September, a weakness in every category that matters, a factory already looking past it to 2027, and a champion who lined up his exit before he ever said a word. That is not a rider being disloyal. That is a rider being honest about a project that flatlined while he was still on it. Yamaha did not lose Quartararo because he stopped caring. They lost him because they stopped fixing the bike, and he was the last one willing to say it out loud. So when Quartararo says he will always be grateful, do not hear a goodbye. Hear a verdict delivered with a smile. Is this the most graceful way a champion has ever buried a project? Let us know in the comments below. And once you do that, make sure to click on the video appearing on your screen right now.